up, everybody? Another edition of Neighborhood Spotlights. I am your host, Mark Gatta, with Opus Elite Real Estate. I am here with my friend Gina Maria Santoro. We're keeping it Italian today. We got rid of Chad. He's not feeling well, so we have Gina here. Gina, where are you? Are you home?
I'm actually at home. I'm on vacation this week, so if you hear the dogs in the background, I apologize. I have to tell you, I just got a massage at the Salt Cave. Holy crap, man. They do.
I got a funny story about that. Tell me about your massage, first of all. Was it like full body massage, or did you do like the foot thing? They do the foot therapy, whatever?
No, it's full body. I did the salt stone massage.
Yeah.
And they like infuse salt into the air, and then they actually like heat up hot salt, and they use it as stones, like a hot stone massage, basically. So good. So relaxing.
I would Michaela in about 5 minutes because I think I didn't
You need it. You need it.
A funny story about that. So my wife thought it was nice to get us both a one of their treatments over there, and it was like foot reflexology and like an hour in the cave and whatever. And I've been in the cave a billion times, so I love it. But I had never done any of the reflexology and stuff. But I do love a massage. So long story short, they put us in those recliners, and they have the lights, and they're pumping in that salt and whatever. And I just fall asleep in a second. Like I was knocked out. Well, here I go, I guess I was sleeping so deep, I started snoring really loud. And I'm not a snorer, I don't think. My wife taps me and she's like, "Can you stop? I'm trying to enjoy my massage." And now the foot reflexologist is like, "Oh, no, just let him sleep." She's like, "I want to enjoy this. I bought it for him. I want to enjoy this."
That's what you're here for.
But I think I'm due for that. Now, which room did you go into? Did you go into the the one when you're walking in? Do you go to the left, or do you go to the one that has the reclining chairs, or do you actually have
no? This was a massage table. Like it's a massage room.
You're in there.
Yeah, it's the room right behind the counter. So there's like a counter and then the room.
I have not been to that room yet. So
the massage therapist is Lilia, is her name, and she's fantastic.
You couldn't wait to be on the show. We had to come over for a quick.
He's early.
So.
But wait a second, you do need it because some big day was yesterday. What was yesterday?
That's right. It was my birthday. So I'm 45 years old, Gina. I'm going through midlife crisis. This is crazy. 45.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. Thank you. 45.
Oh shoot! I beat you there. So
shit the show. That's okay. We're
trying to keep it family friendly.
No problem.
So who we got on today?
So we have Ned Arlen, as you just saw. He will be on along with Sean Orr. So quick fun. Well, I'm going to bring them out in a second, but I just want to talk to you about your business real quick because you have so much going on, and I don't know where you find the time. Between co-chairing this amazing event, putting together the calendar, meeting with everyone for the photo shoots, and you still run an amazingly successful business. Where the F do you find the time? Like, what do you do?
I don't have children. That's the key to land on children.
I should get my kids is what you're telling me, right?
Kids, you got 4 of them. That's your fault. I'm just kidding. No, your children are beautiful. My God, your Donato cracks me up in your videos. But no, I mean, my husband is very, very understanding that my time has to be spread amongst the different things I take on. But if I'm not moving around, there's something wrong. I think I definitely have ADHD for sure.
I'm with you too. And that's just kind of, you see me even sitting in my seat. I'm shaking, I'm doing this, but that's what keeps me going. If I sit still, I can't enjoy myself. I have to keep moving. And clearly you're like me, which is very cool.
I know, I do. I'm like, my foot's tapping or something. You're like, just do this. I have to do it a little extra.
So let's listen, our contestants better than I do. I've known them for a while now, but and I did just see one of our contestants after I was having lunch with Volcan and Cafe Con Leche, and Sean came in, and there's something about Italians and police officers. He comes in, Sean's like this big guy, comes walking in, he's like, "Hey," I'm like, "What did I do?" I'm a pretty straight up guy. I'm not doing anything crazy, but it freaked me out. So that being said, do you want to introduce Sean? Because Sean, let's bring him in first, and we'll give Matt a couple minutes to walk back to the cigar shop because he was just over here.
Yeah, so Sean is a sergeant in Newtown Borough, and he is the Mr. June in the Mr. Bucks County competition, and a good friend of ours because he's often in my shop just hanging around when there's nothing going on the street, and we love him. So here he is, Sean Orr.
What's up, brother? How are you? What is beefcake-ish?
You called me beefcake-ish.
You did.
Yeah.
I called them beefcake-ish? Is that?
Yeah.
You did. Yeah, in the last video.
It's on video. It's
First
documented.
video when we were
I
talking.
froze up when he came into the Cafe Con Leche, and I said, I don't like cops, which is not a true statement. I get nervous around police officers.
Oh.
But I said that, and I didn't mean that. And now I call them beefcake-ish. We're going to have a problem here. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. No, Sean's an awesome guy. Listen, I really appreciate you doing this. Is fantastic. You're actually on the job right now. You're working today, huh?
I am working. I work every day.
Any activity, anything exciting going on that you want to share in Newtown Borough?
Nothing at all.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yes,
And
no news is good news. No news is good news.
You know what I love,
find-
and we're gonna bring Matt on in a second. But what I love about the police force in Newtown Borough, whether there is or there isn't something going on, they make it a point to visit all of the shops, come through, make their presence known. Which, from a safety aspect, I just love it. It's fantastic, and this is why Newtown is the best place on earth. So, where are you parked exactly right now? If we want to come,
that's top secret location. Because if I told you where my hiding spot is, then people would find me when I don't want to be bothered.
We would find him.
Yeah.
Makes total sense.
Probably figure it out, but probably not. The trees are behind me.
Yeah.
But because somebody would have came up to the window, knocked on my window, be like, "Excuse me, can I ask you a question?"
Yeah.
And then I'd say, "Hold on, guys," and then you'd have to listen to our conversation.
Listen to the conversation.
You
So,
know what I mean? So,
well, thank you for being exclusive to the show for the next 30 minutes. So while we're at it, Gina, we have another guest that was just here. He showed his head. And actually we should have measured that out because he may have a larger head than me. For a smaller guy, he may have a larger head. But if you want to introduce Matt Arlen, please give him a proper introduction.
Yeah, so Matt is one of the owners at Ned Cigars, and honestly, probably one of the most selfless people that I know on the street, who is just always willing to give. And he is Mr. October, Matt Arlen. Here he is.
Yeah, not to be confused with Reggie Jackson, Mr. October over here, looking good. How are you, brother?
How's everybody?
Doing well.
You know what's crazy? This is like the Boys in Blue Day because Matt is a retired police officer.
Awesome. So Matt, let's talk about that. You I know you were on the job for a while. Were you a Philly police officer? Where were you?
I was down with SEPTA Transit, down in the subways and the byways, not only down in Philadelphia, but throughout all 5 counties. SEPTA, as you know, Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Authority, serves Bucks, Montgomery, Chester, Delaware, and Philadelphia counties, as well as goes into New Jersey and Delaware.
Got it. And switching gears, how about you, Sean? How long have you been on the job, and have you always been exclusive to the borough? Or
I have been exclusive to the borough, and I've been here for 18 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't realize
you're
that.
Sergeant Sean Orr now. That's amazing.
Yes, thank you.
So,
But a lot of people don't realize that because for the first 13 years of my career, I worked midnights. So you were sleeping, I was driving around going crazy in circles, a million left and a million right-hand turns.
Wow.
God. Are you driving around that whole time, like in the middle of the night? Or are you like in the police station?
So you have to, because when nothing's happening, like Mark at the Salt Cave, you want to pass out in a chair and start to fall asleep. And it's not necessarily a good thing.
And I guess there's something to be said about being proactive, right? It's like, it's always when I make that right-hand turn on the no turn on red and I see there's a police officer across the street from me coming across. If you keep moving, you're being proactive and you're finding the problems versus having them come to you. So that's a sign of a good officer. That's cool. So what do you guys think about this? This calendar, I think it's great. I keep seeing the donations. Literally, my Give Butter notifications are going off like crazy.
Oh, wait a second. I prepared a little something for you guys today.
Okay.
I don't know if you looked at the number today. If any of you looked at the number?
I have not today. I see the notifications.
Not at all. I never check the numbers at all.
You're checking them every second. I know you are because I get messages from you.
I'm way too
prepared for you guys. All right, ready?
Here.
Can you hear my music? Can you hear that?
I can't hear anything, but I see. Oh, so sweet. Wow. $16,000? Are you kidding me?
16,000, my friends. 16,000.
Wow.
That's
and how many
not
days?
including-
We just launched this. This is what, a week? A week and a half?
It's 1 week.
Amazing.
It's unbelievable. I actually got a phone call today from Keith Fenimore's mom, who Keith is the founder of Main Street. And he started this because his mom had breast cancer as well as his wife. So he started all of this. And he called me today, like I don't know what to do. He's blown away by it. And his mom actually called me and left me a voicemail thanking me for what's going on in Newtown right now. And she said, we're going to use you guys as models for what's happening like now, and try and get other towns to do it. But there's only one Mr. Bucks County, Matt. What are you doing?
There's only one Mr. Bucks County, and that's that. Mr. October's putting a good run in there. Look at that. That you look good. You look good. You are a dapper individual. So do you guys, and let's talk a little bit about, obviously right now everyone sees the competition. They see what they're doing, and Sean is doing an amazing job. So is Matt, and some of our other contestants are raising a ton of money. There's some that are kind of getting their feet wet and getting started, but at what time do we shut off the polls and just keep it anonymous? So
Friday.
This Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So we get to see what our competition is doing until this Friday. Then at that point,
Friday it goes dark.
Wow.
Are you boys prepared for it to go dark? Do you have plans? Like, do you know what you're gonna do to really hit the number that's gonna win this? Either of you? Boys in blue? Anyone?
Matt, you first, because I know you got something up your sleeve.
Well, when she said once it goes dark, I was just going to say grab my pillow and go to sleep. But Dawn was going to go to work.
Yeah, so,
that is true.
What are you going to do to raise money? What do you guys?
I don't feel like you have to divulge all of your secrets. If you have something that you don't want to share, you don't have to. But if you have a strategy that you think might be pretty cool, let us know. Matt,
no.
Silence is golden.
Silence is golden. They don't want to share anything.
No, you see, all right, because I'm never at a loss for words. So I'm gonna, my fellow Americans, I hereby endorse Mr. June Sean Orr to become Mr. Bucks County. I am not a criminal.
Okay, Nixon.
It kind of goes with the whole comp thing.
Yeah.
There you go. So okay, you don't want to divulge any information. Then why the heck did we bring you on the podcast? No, I'm just kidding.
No,
tell me, I want to know what is driving both of you guys to do this. Like, what is your inspiration to do the Mr. Bucks County? Because I know both of you did not want to do this, and I kind of suckered you into it. So why don't you go ahead and say why you're doing what you're doing? Sean, we'll start with you.
Well, I don't know that you suckered me into it. So, my first concern was raising the money, because I hate asking people for money.
Of course.
That's just not in my nature. I was always brought up like, hey, if you're going to do something, you're going to do it on your own, and nobody's there to help you. And unless you get it done, no one else is going to make you get it done. Yeah. So, I'm sure like everyone else, my life has been touched by cancer. It wasn't breast cancer, but my father ended up passing away from bile duct cancer, which is an extremely rare form of cancer. Mm-hmm. There's only 20,000 cases worldwide.
Wow.
And if they catch it early enough, your survival rate's like 12%. So I sat there and watched him battle for a year and a half, and he was a stand-up guy. He kept his head high the whole entire time. So if I could do anything to help, not cure only breast cancer or help people whose families have gone through situations like this, I'll go to the moon and back.
That's awesome. And what's the irony of this, right? So Sean, you had mentioned that you don't like asking people for anything, and that clearly translates to the fact that when you are doing this, people are coming out of the woodworks to donate to your campaign without asking. And I know you're not going around asking people, but I think you have more donors at this point than anyone else. You have what, 32 or 33 donors?
32 supporters.
Yes.
So I'll tell you, last Friday I was off. And I went through my contact list and I sent the link and a little thing like, hey, please share with your family and friends, running for Bucks County, raising money for Main Street, formerly Pine to Pink. I sent it to 75 people, and that was just one day. So I'm hoping that 32 number gets up in a little bit more.
I'm sure it will. But at this point, you've met your goal and you've surpassed it, exponentially at this point. I think you've doubled your goal of $1,000, right? Mm-hmm. And how about you, Matt? What is your technique? Are you getting everybody drunk in the cigar lounge and giving them some free Ashtons and saying, hey, vote for me? Like, what is your technique? I know you don't want to divulge all your secrets, but you're moving in the right direction too.
I'm telling everybody to vote for Sean.
He really is.
It's funny. And Sean's 100% right. When, this whole first thing started, Sean and I were talking like, there's some pretty big guns in industry, finance, restaurateurs, what have not, that are involved in this. and I'm just a humble little cigar shop owner guy. And Sean's, a public servant, and I've been there in the same shoes, not in the same area. But I'm going to give you a little clue as to what Sean's got going on, because he's not going to give you all the details. But I'm going to give up a couple. The Bucks County Sheriff's Office has come out and said, support one of our own. The Upper Makefield Police Department's come out and said, support one of our own. The Newtown Borough Police Department says, support one of our own. All the PBAs, the FOP, everybody's going to back Sean. And, he's got this huge army in blue right here in the county that's supporting what he's doing. And I think that's absolutely awesome.
Awesome.
Just like Sean, we've all been touched in one way or another by cancer. For me personally, in my family, there's been different types of cancer, including breast cancer. So a couple of years ago, when we decided to start this whole thing, what's up, Henry? Gina came to me and said, hey, Matt, I want to do this whole thing. And then we got involved with Pine to Pink. So it was very personal for me. We had the wings out in front of Gina's shop. And my aunt was a breast cancer survivor. And then my grandmother had cancer, and that's what she passed of. And it was easy to get on board with such a great cause. And then realizing that you're working with an organization in Pine to Pink, now known as Main Street, that keeps everything right here in Bucks County, that benefits the people of Bucks County, the women that are battling breast cancer, the survivors, their families, through the Kin Center and everything that they do. And there's a support center for them to go to. So when you talk to Keith Benamore, he can give you so much more about it, and he's the founder of this.
Sure.
But it's just the ability to be able to give back. And I'm going to toot Sean's horn for a second here too, because law enforcement is not a job, it's not a profession, it's a calling, and it's people that are trying to make a difference to do that. And Sean epitomizes that. So that's why when I joke around and tell everybody, even on my noon report that I do, people, if you smoke cigars, vote for me. If you're a first responder of any type, vote for Sean. And I truly believe that and mean that, because, that service before self, putting others before yourself is a rare attribute. And Sean is one of the people that exemplify that. And, I as much as I want to do my part and raise money, I'm not worried about being Mr. Bucks County. I'm a guy that likes to be in the background.
Yep.
So that's why I say Sean's the guy, and I hope that he rocks it and does absolutely awesome to become Mr. Bucks County. Although I will still be the unofficial mayor of Newtown Borough. So that's okay.
But Matt, isn't that your MO? I have to be honest with you. You're involved with, and Gina's shaking her head, yes, you're involved with pretty much everything that goes on in the borough. Anything that I've been a part of in these, 3 or 4 short years that I've been, in the borough, I feel like you're behind the scenes, you're making things happen, and you're not looking for the accolades. You're not looking for the pat on the back. You just do it because that's who you are. To me, that's amazing. To me, that's more important than, anything. And the fact that you do that is just, it's truly a testament to what kind of a person you are. So, I think it's amazing. I think, obviously, what I feel about law enforcement. I think the fact that Sean goes out there and risks his life every day, to me, I just, God bless you, brother. And, you are both amazing. And I'm so appreciative of who you are as individuals. And I think that maybe we have something growing here. Matt, you've seen this show Survivor, right?
I was just thinking this.
You see how people team up to beat the big dogs, right?
Yes, it's called an alliance. There's
an alliance.
Here.
So listen, there may be something here that we're talking about. This might work, right? So
I'm thinking. We have to check the bylaws to see if this is something that's allowed.
We wrote the damn bylaws. We can rewrite them, Gina. Play favorites here. No, but
a presidential candidate is throwing all of his support to another candidate. So I don't know. We're going to have to discuss this off camera.
Super excited. What are you pointing to? I don't even know what you're pointing to.
Well, Sean's over there in that box. I'm pointing at Sean.
So that's your alliance. I got you. So very cool. All right. So Gina, let's talk a little bit more about the actual event. So we've talked about obviously the calendar. We've talked about the that you're setting up the stage outside, and we'll have the band outside, and we're going to MC this amazing event. But let's talk about for the viewers out there. There are a lot of people that watch this show. Let's talk about what the event is about. Let's talk about what they can expect if they come by, what they're going to see, if they can eat, if there's a cost to the public. I've had a lot of people ask me, and I've told them on a one-on-one basis, but let's tell the masses now. Give a little bit of feedback.
So the event itself is called Light the Night Pink. This is the third year we're doing it. We close off State Street between Washington and Center. We have first responders there with tables for information purposes. Last year we had a dunk tank. We're not doing that this year. However, in its place, we will have the Ardena pizza truck. So he's going to be supplying pizzas to anyone who like it. Everything that is made that night for the pizza truck is being donated to Main Street. Then we have all of our shops are most likely going to be putting on some sort of a sale or, open to the public with specials going on. We have sponsorship tables that are still available for $100 a piece. If anybody would like to put one out in the street for informational purposes, we have usually some refreshments. So last year, it was the Bunt Cake Company donated a bunch of bunt cakes, and we sold those with all the money going to Main Street. This year, I just yesterday got off the phone with Jackie from Newtown Ice House, and she's going to be selling pink ice on the street. So all of that is also going to go directly to Main Street. It's funny because somebody actually made a comment on the page where people are donating and said, I hope these guys are doing a choreographed dance. Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't think this year that's going to be possible. However, if any of them are interested, I'd be willing to choreograph something for them.
Matt's already working towards his choreographed dance. That was pretty good, Matt. Good moves. Good moves.
He's doing Gangnam style over there.
Speaking of, let's give a shout out to Jackie from Newtown Ice House. So, she reached out to me about the night, and she immediately jumped on, and she contacted you, and now she's going to be donating the water ice. We just purchased a bunch of water ice and served it at Maple Point Middle School. That's why my hands are still red, if you can see here. And she gave us a phenomenal deal on that. She's always a great contributor to everything within the community. So shout out to her as well. So I don't know, Sean, what do you think, man? Are you first of all, are you working that evening, or are you going to be able to? I mean, you're walking obviously on the catwalk, as they call it, but are you planning on working?
So I won't be actually being training that day.
Okay.
For 2 weeks, but I will be back. I'll be dressed. Gina and I picked out the tux.
Yes, we did.
Added a little special note that'll be seen on that night. So it's exciting. I didn't see having this much fun.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I keep laughing at is people posting these photos.
Yeah.
On when they make the donation.
Mm-hmm.
Did you
They're
see
great.
the photo of me in the green Care Bear suit?
Yes, they're great.
Wait, I have to ask, what was the snake picture? What was that from?
Oh, that was from Earth Day over behind the Chancellor Center. It was I think it was the Nature Center, in Northampton. They brought a red-tailed boa, and everybody was afraid to hold it. So I've had snakes in the past and jumped up and just picked it up.
Yeah, it's funny just to go through the comments and see the pictures that people are posting of you. The Care Bear suit did get me. I'm not going to lie. I'm saving that for a future date when I can blackmail you or something.
So talking to some of our guests, some people are a little self-conscious about being on the stage and walking down the catwalk and doing their little spin and whatever else. And talking to us, the MCs, about their reason behind being part of this and everything. Clearly, I don't think Matt has an issue with it. You see that walk? I mean, really, he rivals any. I mean, look at you. You are amazing.
He is. He's got it down. He's got the face down. He's like the Zoolander of Newtown.
How about you, Sean? Are you intimidated by that? I mean, you've already adopted the name Beefcake. Are you okay with that?
I'm gonna have to go on YouTube and learn how to do a little catwalk feature or something. I don't know. We'll see.
That may be another episode of Neighborhood Spotlight. We have to get someone in to choreograph that actual walk so they can see how to walk, to do the spin with the hand on the head. Gina, you might know how to do that, right? You've done your fair share of fashion.
I may be able to teach a step or two. I'm just saying. So we might have to have a walkthrough with these guys just to make sure they know what they're doing on the catwalk, because the fashion show, I mean, their outfits are going to be on point. As is yours, Mark, because I've already picked out yours for you as well.
Yeah, wait, looking forward to it.
They better rock them once they're wearing them. I hope that they do. I'm expecting all of you to ham it up big time.
Awesome. So Gina, in closing, and we won't keep, I know everybody's got to get back to work and whatnot, but let's talk about the calendar in depth. So one more time, what the calendar is for the people that are buying it, what they can expect to spend, where they can buy them, and when they will be available, and then we can wrap this up.
Okay, I have great news. Because of the number that we're ordering, the calendars will be $20 a piece, not $25.
Nice.
And they are comical situations of each and every one of our contestants. We put them in every month is sponsored by a different business. So we did photo shoots at each of the businesses in a comical setting. And I cannot wait for it to come out. Now, it should be ready in about 2.5 weeks, 2.5 to 3 weeks. Yep, should be up for sale. And we're going to be releasing behind the scenes pictures that we took at each one. So if you have not already followed the Mr. Bucks County Competition Facebook page, I highly recommend it.
And when, obviously, we're going to be selling calendars that night. Leading up to the event, you'll have them in your shop, right? Giovanni's Fine Fashions. I will have them at Opus Elite Real Estate. Some of the other businesses on State Street and surrounding areas will have them as well. Is there anywhere that they can pre-order at this point? Or are we still working on that?
I'm working on that. I'm trying to get that integrated into our website right now. So we'll see how that goes. And
the website is Mr. Bucks County. What is it? MrBucksCounty.com?
Yes, MrBucksCounty.com, which is still under construction.
So. Please. Yeah, Jason, scroll that on the bottom. And final words in closing. Matt, do you want to give your last pitch? I mean, this is your campaign, my friend. Can you give your last whatever you want to say to motivate people to vote your direction, or do you want to just kind of push it that way?
I want to just thank everybody for at least considering donating to this cause. It's absolutely a fantastic cause. And whether you vote for Sean or myself, it doesn't matter, because the people that are going to win in the end are those that are battling breast cancer and their families right here in Bucks County. So it's not about who wins between Sean and I, although I will say, vote Sean, Mr. Dune. I still got to learn I'm on camera, so it's backwards. So I got to learn my right and my left. But the real winner is going to be the Kin Center, Main Street, and whatever we can do to help people out. That's the key.
Yeah. All winners here. This is an amazing event. Sean, in closing, anything that you'd like to say, my friend?
I mean, just exactly what Matt said. The winner here is going to be Main Street. Yeah. As much fun as this is, competing with other guys to get donations, the big goal is the money. And right now we're at what, $28,000?
We're right about there. Yeah. Including the money for the calendar. Yeah.
The one thing we didn't do, Gina, and we probably should establish some sort of a goal. I know that you and I like to elevate the bar, but it may be something that we want to do. But I have a number in the back of my head that I'll share with you privately. And if we want to, maybe set something up to set this goal, I think we're going to achieve it. It's pretty amazing what's going on right now. So
it is.
Thank you.
My goal is to get to that $5,000.
Woohoo! I like it.
That would be amazing. Think about that.
I would also like to make it to the 5,000. Let me just say, the first year that Gina undertook this whole thing, we made about $8,000 for Pine to Pink, which is now Main Street. And then last year we did approximately $17,000. So we almost doubled what we did the first year. So I think that the first goal that was kind of like in our heads with this whole thing is maybe to try to double that again. But that may be a little shy of what Gina, you, Sean, myself, all the other contestants, and all the volunteers. Don't want to leave any of them out. Thanks to all the volunteers that are going to help us out on the night of October the 12th. But it's going to be big, and Mark, it may be bigger than the number that you have right now that you're thinking of.
I would
hope
so.
Having
bigger than my head and your head combined. What do you think, Matt? That's a lot of head between me and you. Get a little closer. Get a little closer to the camera so we can
see, mine comes to a point. Yours is smoother.
So having like kind of bounce off of what Matt just said, we are looking for volunteers for the night of Light the Night Pink. So if anybody's interested in volunteering, please stop by my store or stop by Mark's or Matt's and just give your contact information. And we can use as many volunteers as possible for that night.
Perfect.
Okay.
Gentlemen, lady, thank you all for another edition of Neighborhood Spotlights. You guys were amazing. Thank you for all you do. Matt, do you want to close this out? I see your finger.
Well, no, it wasn't yesterday your birthday, Mark.
Yes, it was.
45, man.
At Ned Cigars, we have a tradition
Okay.
of singing Happy Birthday.
Oh no. Oh,
You've
no.
heard it. It's singing Happy
I've
Birthday
heard it,
really
but
bad.
usually-
You've
yeah,
heard it before.
I've
But
heard it.
I just want to say Happy Birthday, Mark.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're not going to sing? That's it?
We don't need him to sing. We've heard him
That was-
sing.
So
Mark,
anticlimactic.
45 not that bad.
Oh. Well, thank
been
you,
fun,
Sean. I
guys.
appreciate that. Not
Happy
quite that
birthday.
bad. But anyway, gentlemen, lady, thank you. We will see you all soon. Gina, I will talk to you later. Thank
Sounds
you
good.
again, and we'll talk. See you.
All right. Bye.
Yeah.